Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks and welcome to not a new show, really. We had to remodify this whole Tubbins Yahi. And now it's Tactical Majlis Pod. For those who don't know, Majlis is basically God. It's a seating area. We have culture here. But guys, listen, we're still gonna talk about all events in the game, and also it's only on my channel for content algorithm reasons. So guys, listen. First of all, welcome, Sammy, my guest. How are you doing? Or my
Thank
co-panelist.
you. Thank you very much, man. I like the intro where what's popping, man. It reminded me of the song Harlow. What's popping? You know, what's popping, bro? Man,
Hey,
I'm buzzing. Hey, I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing, man. We slapped Atletico Madrid 4-0, so I have to be buzzing and happy, man. What
yeah,
what
of
a
course.
what a show from them, man. So now I'm more confident with my team, and of course I'm happy that everybody's okay, everybody's safe. So,
Yeah,
man, let's get the show started, bro.
yeah, man. Hey, guys, listen, do me a favor. Subscribe
ارحبوا
to this
ارحبوا
channel.
بالقلط. ارحبوا.
هلا مرحبا هلا
ما
مرحبا.
you need some sound like that, ارحبوا ولا شيء لا ولا شيء ولا وحديات.
تعرف يقول اهلا وسهلا مرحبا منورتك وكذا وكذا خرابيط.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll discuss
اهلا
that.
يا غالي. Yeah, yeah. No, but
Yeah,
listen,
something like
man.
that. Mm.
No, but listen, bro. Obviously, guys, listen. Subscribe to his channel. It's in the title. It's in the description. All that stuff. So obviously, subscribe to my channel. Like, comment your way. Go check socials, and hopefully, you're well wherever you are, man. Listen. I say we kick things off. Listen, bro. Champions League. I know you want to start with your club. I know you want to brag. Um, so yeah, go ahead, bro. Well, what's up?
Man, look, Arsenal, that was like the first actual test in the European stage for Arsenal. We could all agree on that because we played Atletico Bilbao, we played Olympiacos, and they're not really on the levels of Atletico Madrid, and that's like the first actual test for us. And we really demonstrated, how magnificent we are in terms of individuals, in terms of team play, and I'm so happy to see that kind of score line. I didn't expect it, to be honest. I'll be fair. I expected a 1-0. I expected a 2-1, something like that. I thought it was going to be a very close game, and the reason why I thought it was going to be a close game because Simeone, the way he set up his team is kind of defensive, and also Arteta is also kind of defensive mindset. So I thought we were going to see haram football all the way. But however, it turned out to be a massacre, for Atletico Madrid, especially in the second half. Within 13 or 15 minutes, I would say we scored 4 goals, man, 4 goals. And we started with a set piece. And who would have thought, set piece FC, man, is back. Gabriel Magalhaes, always probably the best defenders slash striker in the whole world right now, man. And this guy is just banging goals. With Declan Rice crosses, man. We scored also from an open play. Martinelli is back. Man, I'm thrilled, to be honest. And Arteta, big up Arteta for this game, man. He did what he has to do, and I think we're on the right track when it comes to the Premier League, when it comes to the Champions League, and I want to see more. I want this to continue, all the way. And now we have the momentum, and we got when it comes to the the match schedules that we have ahead. We have kind of relatively easier games than our rivals like City or Liverpool. By the way, they're going to play against each other probably somewhere in November, so that means that one of them will drop points, right? So that will put us even in a better position in the league. And in the Champions League, we're now 9 points out of 3 games. So I can't complain, bro. I mean, Arsenal, and I'm sure you watched the game. I don't know if you watched the game or not, but for me,
Not
man,
really.
even the first half when it was 0-0, I thought we were more dangerous than Atletico Madrid. We pinned them in their box, and we continued to do so until the first goal came in from a set piece, and then they kind of opened up, and Arsenal just cut through them like a hot knife through butter, man. And that's what happened. And I'm happy to see what we did in the Champions League. So now I will say, come on, I think we have a very, good chance to go and win something this season, and I hope we do. I still have my reservations because of Arteta, but so far the guy is delivering. The guy really changed, and what really changed, I mentioned this many, many times in your stream and my stream as well. His in-game management. I think his in-game management is improved massively, massively, massively. He's now reading the game in the right way. Is setting up the player. I mean, for example, he played Skelly instead of Calafiore, even though Calafiore played all season. That was, a call out of nowhere. And now he's playing Martinelli. Martinelli got benched and for what, 7 games, 8 games, and now he's playing as a starting in the starting 11, and he's performing. So that tells me that Arteta is rotating his players, is using the right players against the right team. So I hope it continues that way, man. That's all I can see.
Yeah. I have a question though.
Yeah.
Because I didn't watch the game, but the way you played, yeah. Are you confident by next month?
I think we're slapping you, Brazier. I think we're slapping you, bro. Man, I'm gonna show some chess. Unlike you, you don't have a chess. I'll show you some chess. Arsenal Football Club are gonna win against Bayern Munich. And remember this. Clip it if you want. Clip it if you want.
The goal.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey! Pressure, man. The pressure.
Pause.
The pressure,
You know what I mean?
man.
That pulls up in front of you every single time we play you. But you know what? For once in your life, it's actually kind of understandable. I'm not gonna bullshit you because the way that you've been playing, and listen, both the way we both been playing, to be fair, has been amazing. But obviously, style of clash, I have always said this to you, like defense versus the way we attack, I think might help you a lot actually. So I'm not gonna disrespect you for once. So yeah, there you go. But I just found it interesting that you decided to show chest. Like I'm actually trying to show respect for once, and you just want me to give me disrespect. But it is what it is. Listen, Arsenal, I have to say,
come on, yeah.
No, but I have to say, I mean that's that's a good sign from Arsenal. Because let's be honest, it's the same Atletico Madrid that beat Real Madrid. Let's not forget that. Like this is the same Atleti that beat Real Madrid. So the fact that you beat them in the Champions League in that fashion, it's only fair enough. Only I can say it's fair enough. To be quite frank and honest. And you know what, bro? In terms of listen, set piece is boring. I get it, but again, it's effective if you know how to do it. And you guys know how to do it, bro. So I mean, Declan Rice pinging crosses, and then you have like guys like Gabriel wing at the end of it. Sometimes you have Saliba. At times you'll have Mikel Merino, as boring as he may be, but he's effective if you place him in the more forward role as backup. Listen, it's fair play. And you know what? I actually think he might have played Skelly because he thought Atletico was going to be more defensive than they were.
And it was the right call. I'm not going to deny that. It was the right call.
Because Skelly's a good player, I'm not going to lie.
He is, man. That run he made. I mean, I don't know if you watched even the goal, the run he made.
I saw the assist. For who did he assist?
Martinelli, bro.
Yes.
Damn, man. That run, that kid to go to run all that distance and put a perfect pass from Martinelli, and he just put in the corner on a Thierry Henry-esque. Man, that was beautiful. That was beautiful to watch. But listen, man, regarding the set piece that you just mentioned, look, it's a cheat code, and I don't think we should use it. We should abuse it. We must abuse it, bro. What you talking about, man? You think I'm just gonna sit here and say, "Oh no, that's really not the way. It's not consistent." I couldn't give two. Don't let me swear, man. Here, man.
I always I couldn't give fucks.
Man. If it works, bro. If we score from set pieces, if we score from penalties, from open play, from free kicks, man, I don't care, bro. Just score and win. That's the whole purpose of a football match, bro. Yeah. And I said it on Twitter as well, man. I got people are going mad because I had a lot of likes and reposts because of that. I mean, I said don't use it and just. You must abuse it, and that's what we should do. I mean, they know it's coming. That's the thing. They know that Declan Rice is gonna, cross it to Gabriel Magalhaes, and yet they put like 3, 4, 5 players around him, and yet he managed to score. Man, that's a definition of a cheat code. Come on, bro.
By the way, I'm not gonna read the chat because that's like next level of like, yeah, we don't read display it on the channel. But yes, I hope so. I really hope so. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, listen, man, it's just, well, you know what, fair play. You know what it is. Your style of football really, if Arteta actually grows a pair of balls, like, could work in the Champions League. It could. Like, if there was a team, you know how every Champions League season you see like one team that you don't expect make the semis and they do, or they make the final even. Bro, play like this throughout the entire season, because obviously we don't know how Arteta is gonna think throughout the season. So all I can say is if not when. Okay. You could go far enough. Now to win it is a different kettle of fish, because obviously there are certain things you need to do, like I feel like for Champions League winners, to be a winner of it, it takes like a level of know-how. You know what I mean? Like you have to experience like losing a final or something like that to actually realize what it takes to actually win. Now there are a few teams that have won the first attempt, but it's very rare. Very rare. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna, for once, especially with the window that you have, like I've said before, it's very hard for me to discredit Arsenal, or and like discounting them, uh, so to speak. I just can't. It's very difficult for once. Usually I'll be like, aha, Arsenal bottle jobs, babies in the game, blah blah. Bro, they already had like 2-3 years. They made the semi-final by beating Madrid. Khalas. Now you can go far enough with the squad
Look,
that you have.
low key, I think we have a better shot at the UCL than the Premier League.
That's what people have been saying.
I'll be honest. I mean,
But
as mad and crazy as that sounds, I think we're more suited to win the UCL over the Premier League. Even though I want every single trophy, don't get me wrong. It's not. I'm showing favoritism over a trophy, but I think this team and the way we play, I think we're more suited for the UCL, and especially the knockout stage. And the reason being why I'm saying this is the defense we have, and the solidity in the defense. I mean, we're not conceding any chances, bro. Like the whole game, imagine we had only one. They had only one shot, and it was an easy shot, and a save by Raya. And the previous 2 games, we didn't have any shot on target. So I think that kind of play style helps you to win knockout stages more than the Premier League, because sometimes in the league, you don't get really, I would say, fortunate enough or lucky enough to score, and you might drop points here and there. And at the end, you're going against City and Liverpool, so those are 2 tough teams to go against. But in the knockout stage, it depends on moments, and I think Arsenal Football Club and the way they are playing, I think they're not going to give any chance for any team, Atletico Madrid or Barca. I think we're going to be defensively sound, and I think that will win us the games.
But I have to bring this point. Hey, Amar is not lying. He is actually not lying when he says this. Your biggest enemy is yourselves, usually.
Yeah. I mean, across history, obviously,
Like,
I'm not going to say
I've seen you win, bro. You beat Real Madrid last season in the quarterfinal. Then you go play PSG. All of a sudden, you're all like panicking, bro.
Look. If you want to talk about, listen. If you want to talk about the PSG game, man, I gave Arteta the stick that game. You know why? Because in-game management was absolutely horrendous. You are losing the game.
I agree, but this
right?
is my point. This is my point. It's what
that's what I'm saying. He improved in that manner. This is what I'm trying to say. This season, and his in-game management completely changed. So, for example, if you are playing in a knockout stage, right, and let's say they won against you 1-0 in the first leg, right? You're going to the second leg now. Let's assume they score first. So they're now 2-0 up, right? And you're approaching the end of the game. Logically, what player are you going to sub? Or what changes are you going to make? Is it the attack, midfield, or defense?
If you're winning 1-0?
No, you're losing 2-0. You're 2-0 now down.
Oh no,
and
you
this
need to
is the
bring more
second leg.
attacking players.
Thank you. Right, that's the logical answer. That's the logical way of going. But when you substitute a right back with a right back, what the hell does that do to me?
Didn't he bring on Calafiori for some defensive player?
Whatever the case, man, I can't even
I think
remember
he
it,
did. Oh,
man.
it was dumb.
And
I
he
remember
had
he made some dumb substitutions second
yes,
half.
man, and he had Nwaneri on the bench, and Nwaneri was really good at that time. And Nwaneri was playing instead of Saka because we didn't have a right winger, so Nwaneri was occupying that position in the league, and he was scoring. So why the hell you didn't play Nwaneri? So for me, those kind of decisions really what cost us against PSG, right? And yes,
Yeah.
you're right. We kind of fumbled because the inexperience in UCL, and especially this squad. This squad didn't really play in the UCL for so many years. You're talking about 2 or 3 seasons they played in the UCL. The way they improved in it, and most importantly, the way Arteta improved as a manager, as a football manager, as a tactician, as somebody who can read the game and make the right choices, the right subs in the right time. I think that will make a huge difference in this year, and I hope it does. I hope it does. Do I have my reservation? Absolutely yes, because I've never seen this coach win a trophy. I mean, a UCL or a Champions League or a Premier League. So obviously, I'm gonna have my reservation. But can we do it? Yes, we can. Absolutely.
No, fair enough, bro. Fairs, 100% fairs, bro. Man was using long throw-ins to come back. Ya wallahi عيب. Wallahi عيب. I remember that last second of the game.
It was, man. It was horrendous.
Wallahi
I mean,
عيب.
the PSG, man.
Oh my
But at
god,
least we lost to the champions. I mean, we didn't lose to any other team. We lost to the champions who actually won against Liverpool, who were the Premier League champions, and they went all the way to slap Inter Milan 5-0 in the final. So there's no shame in that, man.
Yeah. But listen, man. Oh my god. Oh, brother. Biggest 6 stars win tonight. We are back. The road to the final begins to.
How's Harry Maguire, man?
Brother. You know what? We are both hopefully are halal people. Hopefully,
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Reacts. Give me a break, man. Fucking pervert lookalike. Get out of here, man. It's fraud. This absolute fraud. But anyway, you better beat Frankfurt tonight, by the way, because if you don't beat Frankfurt, by the way, we scored a goal against them in 15 seconds. Can you do that in Deutsche Bank Arena? Let's see. Let's see how they do, bro. Let's see how they do. Oh, and by the way, it was Lucho, bruv. Yeah, it was the Colombian guy that you man got rid of. Yeah, hold on. I said Alexander, what has he done? What did he do against Man United? What did he do against Man United?
What did he do the whole time in with Liverpool so far? Nothing, man.
راني عنه يا اخي شايف حاله الأخ.
There was a post. I'm not sure if it was legitimate or was a troll, saying that Newcastle. I mean, in Instagram they replied to Liverpool, "Don't ask for a refund or stop asking for a refund."
By the way, I saw a compilation of all of Isak's like awful like moments in the transitional third, because obviously it was from Strasbourg. Steve, he's a Newcastle fan / other football fan, but he likes Newcastle in England. Yeah, he showed all the, and he's like, well, this is what happens when you don't follow on the player week in week out, only follow on the big six.
Okay.
So basically, saying that he was petty about it. To be fair, I can. But Isak's a good striker, but they need to get the best out of this guy, bro. This guy is playing poor. You know
I
what?
don't know what happened there, man.
Before we get to Liverpool, hey, React, stay tuned. We will get to that. Listen, bro, we need to talk about PSG, man. Holy shit.
Look, man, you're talking about the reigning champion of the UCL, probably the best team in Europe in form right now. And the game itself, I mean, they went down to 10 men, and also Bayer Leverkusen went down to 10 men. So when it comes to exploring spaces and gaps, I think you are not going to beat PSG because they have elite players like ZeerTalks, they have Kvaratskhelia, they have Dembele. I mean, their team is packed with players that will explore the spaces. They're the master of that. Even Hakimi, supporting the attacking players. He's always going up and down that pitch. So every time when PSG is attacking, you feel like in some sort of way an overwhelming number of players, from PSG, their whole attack, man. So when it comes to pace and exploring spaces, I think PSG is probably the best team in the world. And when you're down to 10 men and you're unable to close those gaps quite quickly, you're going to be punished and spanked. And this is what happened to
it was 10 v
Frankfurt.
10. معلش,
Yes, it was.
10
I
v
understand
10.
it was 10. I understand that. But that's what I said. Even though both teams went down to 10 men, however, that means if you are playing 9 players on the pitch from each side, I mean, aside of the goalkeeper, of course, that means there's a lot of spaces in both sides, right? And that gives an advantage to PSG because of the players they have, the quality of the players they have compared to Bayern Leverkusen. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like when you give space to Doué, Kvaratskhelia, and Dembele is not the same when you give spaces to Bayern Leverkusen. So obviously they will have the edge, and they showcase their ability. And Desiree Doué was scoring easily, man. He just cuts inside and shoots and goal. Kvaratskhelia in the same manner. Did you see Kvaratskelia's goal? Ping pong, man. Tick, tick. So man, they were like playing in a neighborhood, man. Leb Hawari, bro. That's like, man, what's going on here, man? It's no longer UCL, man. It's something that you watch in the neighborhood when you're playing with your friends and stuff. And PSG are taking it very lightly, and Bayer Leverkusen are not really in the levels to go head to head with PSG.
I mean, don't get twisted. Under Homeland, they've improved a bit more so than under Ten Hag. Because when they started under Ten Hag, they didn't have a single win. And after
and he was sacked like the third game.
He got sacked. على طول. And then they got this Homeland brother, and they started winning a bit. I think they had a few draws, but they've been doing better in the Bundesliga for the most part ever since. However, in the Champions League, no, خليني أكمل يا أخي. I was gonna say, you know that game when I saw the highlights on the beIN Sports, I was thinking like, Andra, you're actually an idiot. Like, why are you of all people you need to understand. What Chelsea showed? What was the weakness that they could have? You know what it was? An element of physicality. This brother Andrei has that, but this idiot decided to get himself red carded in such ways. I couldn't believe it. You know?
Do you think it was on purpose?
No, I think he tried being aggressive, but he was overly aggressive.
But I don't think he meant to smack his head or something like that.
No. He tried being aggressive. I'm not saying he.
Yeah, I understand. But I didn't mean to. Yeah, he didn't mean to put his elbow in his face.
No, it's just that's why his nature is being that حيوان, اللي ينرفز. This حيوان. That's what he is, bro. So I'm not shocked, but like at the same time, like I think that red card was like the difference from it being embarrassing for them and not, because that's their DM. You get me? That's like their monstrous DM, and guess what? Now that's out of the equation. More gaps for PSG to even like.
Exactly.
Yes. You know what I mean? So
100%.
Yeah, listen, PSG were gonna win regardless. I'm not gonna act like they weren't. However, I just feel like the difference between it being 7-2 and not was that. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. But to be honest, good, because Bun Leverkusen. To this day, Bun them. You know what I mean? Hold on. But you know what? The reason why I'm saying holy smokes, because the next Champions League game they have is against us. At their ground.
PSG, oh la la.
ونص in Paris كمان مو في منشن لا Paris حبيبي.
Oh, for us it's gonna be Slavia Praha or something, man. So for us it's I think it's an easy win.
Yeah for us لا, by the way, we play PSG نفس الوقت ريال مدريد ليفربول بيويفا الله يخرب بيتكم. Why? Well, you couldn't schedule the two games in different days.
Oh,
But
bro, the views and ratings, bro. What you talking about?
yeah, Habibi, you can get amazing views and ratings in one day for one game and then another for another. But you know what they want to do? They want to give a rating ship for Man City versus Borussia Dortmund. معلش, I mean, in their classic, Joe Bellingham showed the levels. Who the fuck is Dortmund? Right? Like, come on now. Seriously, man. شو الحميرة. But anyway, yeah, PSG absolutely destroy them. And for them, it's just keep on going. And by the way, that was a bounce back they needed because they rested a lot of players against Strasbourg, which, by the way, you'll not believe it. After our show last week, Friday, I actually did end up watching that game.
Yeah, it was 3-3, right? It ended up 3-3. I
Yeah,
think.
they didn't play as good as they did against Leverkusen. So I was like, ooh, what's going on there? They stepped up, man. No, they stepped up, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is what it is. And then obviously Barcelona won 6-1 against Sparta FC, Olympiacos.
Yeah.
By the way, Kabi was moving fraudulent that game, I have to be honest. My brother. Remember, you know Al Kabi, the Moroccan striker? Yeah, he was moving fraudulent. But he did score a penalty which he nearly missed. Other than that, I mean, Olympiacos, nothing really happened. I mean, Barcelona, Rashford, Fermin Lopez, absolutely slapping them, sending them packing. Lamine Yamal was not gonna lie. Yeah, standard really. Ahead of their El Clasico against Real Madrid, who play Juventus tonight. Which that'll be a good game. And then we play against Club Brugge as well. Other than that, there's really nothing much to talk on. With Champions League. Now let's talk about Liverpool and Man United.
Oh man, that game, bro. I think we talked about it last time. Yeah, it was the AAR. Yeah, the after action review,
AR
right?
show, yes, AR show.
Yes. Which is gonna be also tomorrow for the Champions League and AR for all the Premier League teams. Yeah, man, for Liverpool and Man United, bro. Liverpool are looking so bad, bro. So bad. 4 losses, man. 4 losses in a row. So that's really very difficult to come back from. And even, you know what's worse than those losses is the press conference of Arne Slot. I don't know if you watched it or not, man. The way
I just heard about it from the terrace with Hassam and Mo. They were talking about it.
Man, I watched it, man. That guy is just lost. The guy is just lost. I mean, the way he's complaining, he's saying, okay, I'm gonna summarize it. I'm not gonna give you exactly the quote what he said, but on the sense of he's complaining that Man United were playing low block. Like, okay, what do you want? Like they are coming to Anfield, and obviously United are not as you know, as strong as Liverpool. Obviously they're gonna have a low block. What you talking about? But it's your job, Mr. Arne Slot, to find out a way to you know, get a solution how to break down that low block. So I mean, complaining about it won't help, believe me. And Man United did us a huge favor. I'm gonna be honest. I'm so thankful to United, and I said that to you on the AR show. Look, man, I was happy that especially the Harry Maguire goal in the 84th minute. I think I was so happy when he scored, and that just said, okay, they're either gonna lose, like Man United gonna hold, or they're gonna draw. That's and both cases, Liverpool are gonna drop points, and I'm so happy they did. So that takes them a little bit further than from the top. But now my eyes are on Manchester City, man. City are, you know, banging.
We talked about it because earlier Haaland is moving like a madman, bro.
Yeah, man. That guy is just crazy.
But there are some
and he
players
scored, by the way, in the Champions League as well.
Yeah, I know. He and Bernardo Silva, they scored against Villarreal, the Submarines. Which, by the way, you fraud. That game that Villarreal playing against Barcelona ain't happening anymore.
Yeah, I saw you even commenting on it in Twitter, and they said they canceled.
And I said massive W. It is a massive W, bro. You want the league games to be played in the home and away, bro, in the local areas. That's how it is. But do the cups.
I never stood, you know, against it. I'm just saying if it happens, I understand it as well. You know what I mean?
Oh no,
So
business perspective. Okay, there's a business perspective,
yeah,
and then there is like
yes,
fairness. You know how people say fairness. There should be a balance, like I told you last time. So anyway, now that's a different discussion. Like back to the Liverpool, okay? Because we're not letting Liverpool escape this.
Look, man, Liverpool are bad, man. Van Dijk is just so bad. Salah looks like a shadow of himself. Gravenberch, I don't know what he's doing in that midfield. Isak, man. Isak is just lost. I mean, and they need to bench him, man. They need to bench him and put Ikitike. Not because, I have something against Isak. Believe me, I believe Isak is way better striker than Ikitike, but currently Ikitike is in form, so you gotta have the best players you have in form playing because they are the ones who are, performing very well, getting you the points, getting you the goals, giving you the chances. Verts looked a little bit good, man, but still 0010. I don't know. He's gonna reach 0011,
Ben 10 is
0012. We're
what they're
gonna,
calling him right now.
yeah. What?
Ben 10. تعرف
Ben
Ben 10
10.
من Cartoon Network.
Ben
أيام
10.
زمان.
So there will be like a lot. I mean, Liverpool has a lot to fix up. I mean, it's not an issue of one player or two players. The whole system is not working. The whole system is not clicking. And Slot himself looks really lost. And I thought, to be honest, after the international break, that they will come back with a win. You will see something. They had a couple of weeks to amend the situation, to address the issues they have. But damn, I mean, you come after 2 weeks from an international break and you get, I wouldn't say battered, but you lost in Anfield against Man United. That's yikes, man. That hurts deep. They're rivals as well, man. That hurts deep, bro.
Yeah, it's long, bro. I can't lie. It really is long, bro. Do you know what? I'll be honest. Watching that game, it's Liverpool had chances. I will say they had chances. Gakpo, Hmar,
Only Gakpo, bro. 2 times to hit the post.
yeah, but he needs to score still. So it's like I told you on your show, like the bar is very low. By the way, go check his channel. Yeah, we did talk about it there. The bar is very low. It is very low. Like, no joke. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He may have been one of the better players on the day. Fine, but that better player still shit. That's my point. Because for me, the way I see it is, if you have all these chances, especially the volume that he had, you have to at least score 1 or 2, bro. Did this brother genuinely? No. Well, true, but he needs to do more because, bro, that one he scored, he nearly hit the fucking post. Like, fair enough. Alhamdulillah for Liverpool fans, even though it means nothing, maybe helps goal difference later, who knows? Allahu alam. He at least scored. But yeah, the 1v1s that he had, or 1v1, and then the other chance he had, which hit the post, it's like.
It wasn't clear-cut chances, by the way. He had to cut in and
one of them
dribble
was.
1 2.
One of them was. Yeah, he went past the left, but it was still clear-cut. It was so, bro, he was so open. Like, he had so much space. The other one, I kind of understand. He's a tight angle and all that stuff. It makes sense. But the other one, bro, he gets past De Ligt and another player beforehand, and there's space.
Probably.
You know what I mean? Bro, look at this Hmar. Did you don't get me boiled up, ya khara. Don't. You know what? Just for saying that.
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
This is what you deserve. Anyway, big up TKA. Good luck in your game. Yeah. I got bored of hate watching Galatasaray. Big up Galatasaray fans anyway. It's just fuck Sane, I'll be honest. Fuck Leroy. You know what though? Still big up Besiktas and Fenerbahce. You know what I mean?
Big up, bro.
Yeah, you get me. Yeah, big up, brother. Big up, man. Big up, bro. But listen, on a real yeah, because we keep winning. I understand. Yeah, it got boring. Khalas, there's no point. It got pointless. Anyway, but anyway, bro, yeah, with Liverpool, I told you this before as well. Their balance, they can't, bro. They need to play Frimpong. I know that he's a defensive fraud. I get it. But, bro, if you put him in right back, you put Sabozlai in the midfield, and you play McAllister or more likely McAllister if he's on form, because apparently he's not on form, right? Or Gravitor, whoever. Somebody just to like literally cover up for Frimpong, and that helps Salah do what he has to do. Then maybe they'll get a balance. At least they'll get balance, you know? But the thing is, they don't even have the balance, bro. And then I hear the point of like starting Isak while starting Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gao. It don't make sense to compared to if he started Ekitike, because Ekitike likes to facilitate for others. Isak not as much, you know. If you want Isak to be facilitated for, then as much as we're trolling Verts and the whole Ben 10 ball kharabit, you realistically still have to play the brother. You still do, because he's the type of guy that likes to facilitate. And you know what? To be fair to Verts, listen, he is kind of outspoken, but he's not as outspoken as people think. You know, I mean, he's not one that likes the whole media thing to be on him. That's why he didn't join us, you know.
I mean, if you talk about spotlight, he isn't under the spotlight. And big up Godfrey. He is under the spotlight, man.
Media is with Liverpool, it was different. That's what I mean. But now you bring the element of that to the Premier League, which I don't think he thought of when he joined Liverpool. Yeah, it's one of those.
Maybe because he was joining, you know, a winning team, and say, okay, that'd be maybe easy for him to integrate himself into the team. This is a winning team, you know. But unfortunately, it did not click, and I demonstrated the reasons why for you in the AAR show, where I said, you know, they kind of bought a lot of players, a lot of starting players, and they want to phase out the old players, and it takes a while for them to click. I mean, when you bring 4 or 5 players as startups, man, that's half of the team. That is half of the team, bro. You're talking about Verts, Isak, Ekitike, Frimpong, Kerkez. They're all starting players, and you're trying to shoehorn the players, man.
Yeah,
you
that's
gotta change the formation. Yeah, he has to change the formation. Then he has to do something. I mean, if you want to play Verts, then you have to drop one of the 3. You have to drop either Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, or McAllister. One of them has.
I don't think it's Szoboszlai. I know Szoboszlai is the lesser of the baller of the 3. But again, if you're gonna start Frimpong, you need someone to cover for him. Listen, if there's one thing I've been learning recently, is there might be times in which a player is a scrub, technically, and all that shit, but you still need them in your team, because obviously they will give you an element of balance, you know? So, like, if, for example, right, we're talking in Liverpool's case, right? So, obviously, Szoboszlai does not have the technical ability as much as Gravenberch and McAllister. But because he has that hard-working dog defensive mentality and a little bit of that quality as well, what happens
also set pieces as well.
Yes. So what happens is now he can cover for if Frimpong is not defensively sound. You know what I mean? So, like, it's a whole in-game tactical.
Yeah. That's what I told you this before. I mean, he has to give the instruction to either Gravenberch, McAllister, or Szoboszlai, whomever he deems competent enough to cover that space that Frimpong was going to leave behind.
He said it right. This is what I mean. He said it right.
I say that from Szoboszlai or double pivot burst.
Or McAllister. It could be either or. But either could be McAllister or
at the end, look, the midfield needs to be packed. You need to have a packed midfield, because you need to rotate with them. You need to rotate McAllister with Szoboszlai, with Gravenberch, with Verts. You need to rotate, because you know you are playing in 4 tournaments and 4 cups, and you need to rotate the players. So it's fine to have all these players. I mean, we have players in our squad that we're not really currently not utilizing, but it's fine for me.
Yeah, but for example, in your case, let's say use Arsenal, okay?
Odegaard, Eze, Rice, Marino, Zubimendi.
Yes, but you're playing Zubimendi and Rice more than you're playing the others. That's my point.
Yeah, but we played Odegaard and Eze, and we dropped Zubimendi.
Yeah, and your fullbacks, okay? They on paper can also defend. Like your fullbacks are not the same as Liverpool's.
No, obviously not. When it comes to profiles of right back and left back,
yeah, so that's why with you, you're able to just play like Zubimendi Rice and then play Timber and bloody whatnot because the balance is already there. With Liverpool,
Yes.
they need compensation for a Frimpong. They need a compensation for a Kirkaz.
Then that's what I said. He has to play double pivot, and one of the pivots have to occupy that space when Frimpong goes up front. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult.
By the way, for example, my club Bayern, under
Mhm.
company, what's been a difference maker? We
Mhm.
have guys like Konrad Leimer. Okay, Konrad Leimer, what he would do, he would either overlap, sometimes underlap, depends,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And what would happen is Kimmich would occupy for him, or Pavlovich would occupy for him, or
Exactly.
even at times, even Harry
Exactly.
Kane occupies,
Whatever, man. That
and that
needs
brings
that's
elements of unpredictability.
aside of
And like,
that. But the most important thing is
Jimmy
the
talks about the
balance.
same thing.
Yes, because the balance is not there. You're struggling from balance, and your midfield, your defense have a lot of space, and it's been explored by every single team in the Premier League, and they kind of opened you wide up. I mean, and that's the problem with Liverpool right now, and you need to restore that balance. And like you said, rightfully so, is for example Kimmich occupying that space, or Pavard, or whoever. So you need to have whoever, man. The point is, the point is, you need to have a player who will occupy that space, like you said, and you need to give that instruction clear. Say, hey, listen, when Frimpong runs that right wing, when he goes all the way to up front, you need to stand right here, and that needs to be drilled in their head. This is where the manager has to, interfere and give the instruction and say, this is what you need to do. Otherwise, then you're gonna have a lot of spaces, and you're not gonna be able to, track back. You're not gonna be able, and you're gonna receive a lot of attacks, transitions, counter attack, and a lot of players will just, hammer you.
No, I hear it, bro. I hear it.
And you said it right. I mean, the example you gave from Bayern Munich is the exact problem that Liverpool has.
Yeah, it's like at least with us, we have like guys that's willing to compensate no matter what's happening. Like I'll
Mhm.
see like an attacking player drop back and defend, and like that's the difference. I feel like with Liverpool, they don't have that. Even Real Madrid last season, they did not have that. Everyone's going one side. There's nobody compensating on the other side. You know, it's a whole balance thing. Typically, I'll be honest. That's why, by the way, some players that look bad in one year, they'll end up looking good in another year because of the balance. It helps. Um, you know, if we're
Mhm.
actually speaking in an objective manner, obviously we can have a conversation about technical this or like finisher this and that. That's one conversation. But as a team, you need balance, bro. You need mizan. So that's my conclusion on that. Like banter aside and all that. Like again, it's called tactical Majlis Pod for a reason.
No,
نجلس
no, it's true.
نجتمع نجلس ونناقش
نتفاهم.
تكتيكيات. You get me?
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So,
Yeah, yes.
how does the table look like so far? I'm just having a look at it
And the
quickly. So
Champions League, yeah. I think
PSG, Inter Milan, and
right.
Arsenal are 9 points.
Yes. Actually, we should display it, bro. You able to share screen the table?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Let's do that.
All right, let's go. But we have one more topic before we do end the stream. But like I want to show the table quickly, and I will analyze it بسريع. So بحاول zoom in لأنه مو مرة واضح. أيوة. So PSG top, Inter and Arsenal. Borussia Dortmund on 7 because they drew to Juventus. These frauds.
Yeah, 4-4.
Yeah, and City drew. Oh yeah, to Monaco because Eric Dyer dagger.
Yes. Oh,
You moved.
Fenerbahce scored. I didn't move. They just scored, so they got to win. This is live.
Karabag. Oh yeah, they're playing Karabag against Athletic. No, they scored Leonardo Andrade against Athletic
Against
Bilbao.
Atletico Bilbao, yes, exactly.
Against
So
Athletic Bilbao.
so if you guys win, Okay, you're gonna be at 9 points as well.
Yeah, but depends on goal difference also because
So for the goal difference, Paris Saint-Germain, yeah, Inter Milan, then us, and you are also sitting at 6 goals. So let's say if you win by 3 goals, you're gonna be third.
because last game day we finished top. By the way, we were top of the table alongside.
Yeah, but Paris scored 7 goals.
No. But that's why I want to know how much we need to score to get top. I want to know how
top.
much.
Okay.
I want to know how much
So
we have to slap Club Brugge.
so the GD for Paris is 10, and you are 6. So you need 5 goals.
Yeah, we're not getting.
I mean, 4 would put you. 4 would put you with Paris on top.
Yeah, but then it'll be goal scored. I think they have goal scored, right? I think they actually no. We might have goal scored because they scored 7 and 4. So that is 11, and then they scored twice. That is 13. We scored 3, so now we have 8 already. We scored 5.
Your goal difference is 6, not 8.
No. Amount of goals, number of goals.
Oh, okay, yeah, 8. Yeah.
Because if goal difference is the same, what happens is they look at goals scored.
Yeah, so if the goal scored, you score 5.
They have 13.
Same. Yeah, same.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it'll be very. Yeah, so it'll be very interesting. But I don't think we'll win by 5 goals. So I think PSG will stay top anyway, regardless. To be honest.
Look, Newcastle, bro. Newcastle is here.
They won against Benfica, by the way, 3-0.
3-0, yeah.
Yeah.
Real Madrid. Real Madrid's gonna be 9 points as well. Them and Barca. I mean, no.
Yeah.
Madrid, if they get 3 points, their goal difference is the same as you, 6. Okay, so it's you guys and Real Madrid. If you guys win, you're gonna sit also at the top with 9 points. So those are the team with 9 points, which is Real Madrid, Bayern, Arsenal, Inter, and PSG.
Yeah, but guys, listen, we do need to transition now. The next 10 minutes. You know what? Do you know what happened recently? What
happened?
Man said, "Oh, man, they scored." Football.
Let me see.
Man said, Allah.
Yeah, man. They're 1-0, man. They're 1-0. I don't know if it's 2-0, but 1-0 up.
Hey, listen, they're carrying the momentum from beating Liverpool, man, in the Jahannam, bro. Oh, and they are in Jahannam. Bro, Bilal, TK, why do you call your stadium Jahannam? Like, I know it's not actually named, but you guys call it Jahannam. Why? What, because you're trying to create a hell atmosphere, yani? Oh my God, these guys are different, bro.
You need to name it Hades or something.
Ah, man, these guys, bro. Man said, I like the Arabic commentary. Hey, you want to hear an Arabic commentary? This is what I usually play on watch-alongs, by the way. Whenever a goal is scored, except if it's Bayern. Bayern, I play this. That's usually when Bayern score, because I like to piss off people. But when the others score... By the way, fun fact, this I took off the Arsenal-Bournemouth game when, what's his name, scored.
Oh, Reece Nelson. Yeah, man, that game, man, led to nothing. What a disappointment.
I said Google it. Also, because we used to use a lot of fireworks and always looked like the stadium was... Yeah, that makes sense. Google it. And also our fans pressure like no other... Yeah, bro. Bro, when you won against Liverpool, the shouting... By the way, as well, there's a story, TK, my family had. They once went to Istanbul during, I think, a game day. I think the game day was actually you guys against Fenerbahce. I think in Fenerbahce's ground. And obviously, my grandmother, Allah yarhamha, she had an apartment right next to the stadium. So on their way from the airport to the stadium, they took them hours to get there because of the whole zahma. It was
roads are blocked. Yeah.
It was chaotic scenes, man. Like my uncle was talking about that stop. Oh, I don't remember when
Hey
he
man,
told us.
when Raja plays Wydad man in Casa.
Oh yeah. We dad and Raja Casablanca. لعن أمه يا أخي.
That's crazy, bro. Believe me.
Chaotic. Yeah. But guys, I wanna quick man. Not surprised. Big up to your fam. Hey, big up, man.
Oh,
Big up.
speaking of Wydad, by the way, Wydad just signed Ziyech.
Ziyech, yeah, I saw. They signed Ziyech.
Yes.
Yeah, that's big. But I want to talk about this piece of news shocked me as a Bayern fan. Company extends till 2029.
I was gonna mention that to you, bro. I was like, what do you think of that?
I did a video on it.
I
So
genuinely
if you want to
yeah,
know
tell
more
me.
in detail,
Tell me.
go check it
Mm.
out. A lot of Bayern fans are happy actually. Now, for me, don't get it twisted.
Forget about checking it out. I want to hear from you. What do you think?
Okay, if you say so.
Mhm.
I think, listen, I understand why they're doing it, and apparently part of the reason to why they did it is because they had a feeling Man City, when Pep leaves, eventually they will approach the company, deal. So they just wanted to make sure that he guarantees stays. Listen, I don't mind it if we end up winning in the end, because what I feel like is going on right now is they're just trying to keep something that's working for now. But the way I view it is, it will only work if we end up winning for real. Last season, I actually thought company
By
looked
winning,
fine.
wait, hold on. By winning, you mean the league only or the UCL?
No.
What
Like,
oh,
more than the league.
so league and cup.
Bro, last season we won the league. I was okay, content, fine. And even then, I wasn't as really content because there were certain things he done I didn't trust until
So minimum the double, you mean, right?
Yeah. So if we won the Bundesliga and Pokal and we go far in Champions League, it's more respectable, fam. It's more respectable compared to what we did last season. Lakin, to only win the league again, despite playing this football, come on. You know what I mean? I know now, no matter what happens, they'll keep him. I probably will not agree with it by the time we get there if we only win the league. But listen, man, we're gonna have to basically now actually win more than ever, because when you're signing a guy like him, you're basically putting full faith and trust into that manager. That's the first thing I want to put out there. And then here's the thing as well: if you're gonna put this much faith and trust in this manager, then Hannes, Dresden, everybody in that boardroom, you all look happy when you signed them in. I need players in my club in January, bro, because our squad is still thin. Now fans will have a reason to make excuses for.
But hold on. I'm sorry to cut you in here. You're talking about now the board and the signings. Now I'm just asking you about only the coach.
But he needs backing. But he needs backing though.
Okay, I understand. Every manager needs backing.
No, okay. And if he doesn't do the job, I want him out. If that's what you're gonna ask me to put, yes.
No. As things stands currently, do you rate company?
I rate what he's done so far, but that doesn't mean that he may not fumble and later on in the season. I can't deny that.
Okay, fair enough.
I can only commend what he's doing so far in terms of, like you talked about with Arteta, in terms of improving and staying game management.
Yeah, but at least company got you a league, so that's kind of not relevant. But what I'm trying to say, for you, if he doesn't get a double, that's
bro. He can win me the Bundesliga. I want him out. If that's your question.
Oh no. What I'm saying is the double, the Bundesliga plus the cup, the domestic cup.
Yes, Pokal. Yes.
Then you're okay with that, right? For him to stay.
Yes. I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That's it. That's all I want to hear.
Yeah. For me,
as a manager, you think he's good enough to maybe win you a UCL, or that double?
I think, based on what he's done so far, yes. However, just because I think you're good enough now doesn't mean all of a sudden
anything can happen. And first,
that's what. Yeah. Because people need to understand. Okay, it's easy to judge Bayern based on the league we're in, because you look at names of the teams. You're not really watching us play. You understand? My opinion, if you're gonna have a say on Bayern München, actually watch us play in our league and watch us play in Europe. Because the thing is, there are things that we did last season that I was completely against. Completely against. The company done things I was so against, bro. Yeah. And now all of a sudden he's actually improved on these things, and I'm giving him praise. You know what I mean? Like for example, last season against Frankfurt, we had guys like Amr Marmoush and Ekitike dunking on our head top. We drew 3-3, but they were dunking on our head top regardless because company's system wasn't adapted by then. He was still doing the whole high line. We're passing sideways, backward, less freedom. Now this season, you're seeing more freedom. You're seeing more players working for one another. More adaptation. If one guy is not in that area, that's occupied by somebody else. All these things have been implemented. Now company has the whole blueprint of the team. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yes, in that regard, I give company credit. And again, I understand why our board extended him this quickly. However, I wouldn't have approached it that way because I would have liked to see what he does at the end of the season before jumping the gun. My thing is like, let's say now we don't end up winning the trophies. Okay. Now, let's say we sack him. You know the difference, right, between sacking somebody when they have less years in their contract to when they have longer years in their contract. You still have to pay out the contract.
That's true. Yeah.
My fear is if we sacked company because we only won the league or we won nothing eventually, what's going to happen now is we're going to have to pay more money for his contract tenure. فهمت قصدي؟ فهمت علي? Like, this is my fear.
I understand. That's a risk the board has taken
that's
to
what
go
I'm saying.
with.
We have to win more than ever. This is why. Go on.
Yeah, I understand. That's fair enough. I mean, you pin him with a contract. That means the board believes that he's the right guy for winning with Bayern Munich. And so far, from what I'm hearing from you, you think that company is doing great so far. So far, okay, as things stands. So yes. Whatever happens in the future is something else. But as things stands, I think you yourself are backing the manager as of today. He's delivering in terms of performance. He's delivering in terms of results. So let's wait and see. I mean, at least for you can rest assured that he can win you the league at least. That's the bare minimum, I think, for Bayern Munich as standards. But for you personally, you just told me that he needs to win a double. That's where you're going to be content, or that will suffice your ambitions, which is a double, which is fair. That's your own KPIs. That's your own goal. That's fine. Overall, I think Bayern is a good team. I don't think that's a difficult thing to achieve, which is the double trophy. I mean, the league, the Bundesliga, and the domestic cup. I don't think it's something very, very hard for Bayern Munich, with all due respect to all the German teams. But I think the tough one is the UCL, of course. And I think if he wins you a UCL and he doesn't manage to win the league or the cup, I think that also is a big, big achievement. Do you agree?
I think for me, listen, obviously the biggest achievement is winning the Champions League. I'm not denying that. However, I would also say, for me, if we won the Pokal and the league,
let's say he wins only the UCL.
Okay, it's a big achievement, but then we lost out on the bare minimum, which is not good enough. That's the problem. Like, when we had Thomas Tuchel,
so we'll check him,
and we were in the semi-final, I remember saying clearly, we could win the Champions League, and I still wanted Tuchel out.
So you will sack him if he wins you the UCL only?
I mean, probably, but the thing is, you also have to understand, we're probably still going to win the league, so it doesn't matter. This question doesn't really matter. I think we'll still win the league. I don't really see anyone that's really a threat. And our biggest threat, we literally just beat them in the Der Klassiker recently, so...
Yeah, I'm just putting like a hypothetical there just to see.
Yeah, but regardless, it's not gonna happen, so I don't have to worry in that regard about the Bayern. My main worry now is double or treble. Nothing less than double, please. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's a very doable and achievable.
But yeah, we're gonna end it here, guys, and we're gonna redirect to Sam because I have a show with Sam to do. Die Roten and Los Blancos, You know what I mean? Before the Champions League game comes up. So yeah, when we go there, Zeer Raid. Also go check Sammy's channel. It's in the title and description down below. You know what I mean? We need to help this brother grow as well. You know what I'm saying? Even though we aren't doing dual streaming anymore, but I actually thought this show was a very good one today. I can't even lie. Thought it was a very good show, bro.
Yeah.
For
All
first
right.
upgraded version of Top Ins to Majlis, like
اشكر على القهوة يا ولد. طيب العافية.
وعافيك. But anyway, listen, we're gonna end now. Guys, you know exactly what to do on your way out. Subscribe, press the alarm bells for future content notifications, like, comment your way, share. Go check Sammy's channel, Football Rig. It's below over there. And inshallah, you're well, wherever you may be. We're gonna bounce now. And yeah, man, listen, take care. And just to, expose the fraudulence of a specific fraud over here, we're going to end it with a Sami clip. مع السلامة.
I think we're slapping you, Brazier. I think we're slapping you, bro. Man, I'm going to show some chess. Unlike you, you don't have a chess. I'll show you some chess. Arsenal Football Club are going to win against Bayern Munich. And remember this. Clip it if you want. Clip it if you want.
مع السلامة.